We're good. We're live. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Community Roundtable here in the Gumdolph Kingdom. My name is Walt Paparazzi, joined always by our gracious host, Gumdolph Gray. What is up, Vinny?
Watch, how are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. We're back for another episode of the Community Roundtable, and this is the Tears of the Kingdom edition. Where we're going to be making a tier list tonight, or should we call it a fear list?
Dun, dun.
Of all the horror movie icons. So this should generate some good discussion. I'm a big horror movie fan. How about yourself, Vinny?
I like horror movies. I haven't watched every single one, but I've watched the core horror movies. For the most
Yeah,
part.
I feel like you're probably like a horror gaming.
I prefer.
Guy.
I definitely play more horror.
For sure.
There are horror game characters on this list too.
Yeah, I love all types.
A list that is generated of killers. So
yeah, it'll be good.
That's what this list
I
is.
love all types of horror movies. Everything from the classics, the slashers, the classics, all that good stuff, to the foreign films, to just the B horror. Like everything about it, love it. Love watching. Nothing is too crazy. Nothing is too wild. So it should be a good time discussing tonight. But before we get into that, should we take a moment to thank our sponsors?
Of course.
All right, so I'll take this one. So Junk Food Custom Arcades, first and foremost. If you haven't checked them out, be sure to do so. Junk Food Custom Arcades has all sorts of hit boxes, snack boxes, arcade sticks, fighting game peripherals, things of that nature. So if you're looking to step a game up in your favorite fighting game, check out Junk Food Custom Arcades. We, again, thank them for bringing us on for a season 4. Another season of sponsored events. So we're happy to be partnered with Junk Food Custom Arcades. Also, we got to shout out the shop, Microgame Play and Trade, located in Clay, New York. So, of course, Vinny, yourself, and the owner, Chris, Microgame Play and Trade has all sorts of retro video games. It's got a bunch of the new stuff, some great figures and figurines. So if you're looking to scratch that nostalgia itch or pick up new games or just talk to some cool people, make sure you check out Microgame Play and Trade, located on Route 31 in Clay, New York. Then we got to shout out our brethren at the fighting game community. Of course, we have Kangaskhan and Attack from All Sides putting on the competitive nature. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about what's going to be happening this weekend. But Kangaskhan and Attack from All Sides has all sorts of fighting game competitive tournaments and brackets and things like that. We had a nice monthly last month where I think we topped out at like 75 players. We're going to be down this weekend over at Retro Game Con. Playing some Tekken, I believe some Street Fighter. Gonna be playing some Smash Brothers, some Mortal Kombat 1. I've been on that Mortal Kombat 1 grind, Vinny. So that's going on this weekend. And then, of course, we got to shout out the man himself, the guy that brought us all together, DJ Silence and Syracuse Sucker Punch, who will also be down at Retro Game Con this past weekend. Syracuse Sucker Punch puts on all sorts of great community-related events for the fighting game community. So targeted at picking up new players and putting on some fun events. I believe this weekend he's going to be doing a history of Mortal Kombat down at Retro Game Con. So it's going to be a whole history of it. Going to be able to play every single Mortal Kombat from the very beginning. Mortal Kombat 1 back on the Sega Genesis, Super NES, all that good stuff, all the way up to the newest Mortal Kombat 1 here on the PS5. So looking forward to that. So Vinny, there's the intro, there's the sponsors.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it.
Right, so
and we're also going to have Jay Giorno is going to also be joining us at some point tonight, too.
So, there he is.
There he is. Welcome to the commentary booth.
Thank you.
Look at this list.
So, that doesn't take into account yet. All the ones I know are in this area. Below it, like I said, I'll scroll. If you know any of these, I don't know any of these. If you know any, let me know. I don't know any of these characters. At least by these pictures, I can't.
Well, Jay, are you a pretty big horror movie fan?
I'm getting into it. But
all right, fair. We have somebody who's just getting into it, somebody who enjoys to dabble in it, and somebody who's a big horror movie fan. So I think we should be all set. We should be okay going into this.
That's a death. I'm not counting the death claw from. Doesn't count.
All right.
Doesn't count.
Well, let's see what the tiers are here. Can you scroll up, Vin?
So the best of the best, the worthy killers, the fellas that are alright, and the you ain't scary.
Vinny, can you stream this to Discord so I can see this in live time?
I can try.
Is there a way to do that so I can like you share your screen or is that going to screw up everything?
Might
Because
fuck
right now
everything
I'm a
up.
few seconds behind watching the stream.
Let's try. Might work. I don't know.
There we go.
Hmm.
I can see it now. Okay, so scroll up, Vin. Let me see
I don't know
the
what
tiers
that
here.
explanation point is on it, but if it goes down, that's
So the best of the best, worthy killer. These fellas be all right. You ain't scary and no idea. All right. I feel like there's going to be a lot of
Dandy,
good ones on here.
I don't know though. That whole bottom row, like, it could be. I don't fucking know.
I know some of these ones on these very bottom row.
What do we got?
So the first one, that guy's from Psycho.
Yeah.
That's Norman. What
Bates.
the hell's his last name?
Bates Motel.
Norman Bates. Yep, he's on there. That is the Babadook. That was an interesting British movie. You can put that on. I know that one. That one's pretty good. That's a creepy one, actually. If you haven't checked out the Babadook, you should check it out. Then we got the Invisible
guys.
Man. Oh, sorry. Did we screw it up by viewing the stream?
Sorry, I was discussing costume problems.
Oh, it's all good.
So what?
So yeah, so that first one, Vin, is the Babadook. It was a British horror movie. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Next one looks like the Invisible Man.
Does that count as a horror movie?
I have no idea.
What, the Invisible Man or the Babadook?
Yeah. Invisible Man.
Yeah, I would say he's probably like an icon. You can dress up as him for Halloween. I can't really see what that one is.
I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. The next, like, the one's cut off, so I don't even know what that's. Unless there's like some horror gimmick to it, I have no idea.
Okay.
And there's,
Yeah, I
like,
don't know. The one looks like a ghostly chica.
Like the purple thing. I don't know what that
Yeah, it looks
is.
like a ghostly chica or something. I don't know. I don't know that one with the headgear on there.
That's the doctor from Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
That would
okay,
explain why I
gotcha.
don't know it.
All right, this one he looks like some sort of like vampire-esque style, but I can't place him right now.
I thought it was another Dracula, but I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
Next one's a clown from Dead by Daylight. I know that one.
Yeah.
What the hell are those things?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think we can leave those off there because I don't know. And then we're not counting the Death Claw there.
No, because I don't think it's scary whatsoever. It's just a monster in a Fallout game.
Yeah,
It doesn't jump scare you. It's just there. It pisses you off more than.
yeah.
So,
All right, well, let's start
we'll
her up.
go first and foremost. Let's talk about Slenderman.
I'd say he's at least worthy.
You think he's worthy?
Yeah, I think this is one of those characters.
I think
that,
he's just all right.
Yeah, I think he's one of those characters where because he started off as a game,
So,
right? I mean,
yes.
and then the lore kind of built around him.
So the reason why I think he's just all right is because he's over fucking used and he's just not scary anymore.
Taking that into account, yeah.
Like,
But I was thinking like right
If
when the
you
game
talk-
first came out.
now if you want to do that, then yeah, I'd say he's worthy. But if you want to, I'm gonna do the here and now.
Okay.
I think he's
Yeah.
just all right because he's just not the impact he had at the beginning it's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
I also think if you compare him to the rest of this cast, yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
just in the all right. And he may change though as we kind of get talking
Yeah,
through.
you know, things can change.
You know.
things can change.
Okay. I'm okay with these fellas be all right for category.
Okay. What about Pyramid Head? Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
I haven't played the Silent Hill
I think
games.
he's
at
one
all,
of the
so
best of the
just
best, but that's probably my biasness coming out.
I would say I'd say he's a worthy killer. When I'm thinking of best of the best, I'm thinking like the icon. You know, the ones that have been around for decades, that have multiple movies. You know what I mean? I think for
He's
sure
up there,
Pyramid
though.
Head, especially in the Silent Hill movies, was 100% a worthy killer for sure. When he twists that girl's skin off, ugh, wild times. Oh, there you go. Okay, fair enough.
I think he's king of the games.
You think?
I think
Let me
so.
look.
I think he's the best. It's just like the first time you see him, every time they reference him, every time he's in a game, it's creepy as hell. He's just, the backstory. He carries
Slow,
carries
lumbering.
the sins of the town on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, we got next.
Let's do the Predator.
I'd say if it was again, it's just at the start,
Mhm.
first movie. I'd say best of the best, like towards the back end of that tier.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's a lot more visible in all of the later movies.
You
It's
think?
not like the
You think
invisible force
You
in the
think he's
beginning.
still worthy?
I think
Yeah, I
he
would say
is
so.
worthy, but no higher.
Okay.
I would say
I
I'd say
agree.
worthy killer. I mean, there's a scene in the first Predator movie where he's up in the tree and he rips that dude's spine out, and then he just screams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty badass. So I'd say worthy killer.
So the next ones, I'll let you guys get these out since you knew them and I did not. You said this guy's from Psycho, right?
Norman Bates, yeah.
So, I don't know.
I feel like just because he kind of, I don't know, man. I mean, this was like one of the ones that kind of jump started horror like legitimately, in my opinion. Psycho was a pretty wild movie. Alfred Hitchcock, right?
Yeah.
One of the masters of horror. You know, I'd put him probably in the best of the best. I don't know where he's going to end in that, but I would say he's definitely iconic for sure.
Yeah. Especially with the scenes with him talking to his mother.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Psycho, Ben? You haven't?
No.
Oh, you should
I've
watch
never
it.
found the time to watch it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
It's time.
Check it out. About I forgot what you said this guy was. The
Babadook?
Baby Boop or whatever.
The Babadook? I think he's all right.
Right?
He is definitely like the whole. You guys haven't seen the movie, but the whole thing is like this mother and this kid who's got, I don't know if he's on the spectrum or whatnot, but he's got issues. This kid starts seeing the Babadook, which is like a children's horror like novel book kind of thing, and when he starts appearing, it's kind of crazy and creepy. So, but again, I would just say he's all right because he's not very well known, in my opinion.
You know what, Dandy? I never thought of that. That might be the worm tremors. I never thought of
What one?
the one that you were like, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know though. I'm not gonna do it.
The Graboids
Yeah.
from Tremors.
Alright, what about the
Those are great movies too. If you want to just like watch a laugh.
Oh, Tremors
you know,
is great.
kind of-
I just can't tell by that picture. I don't know what that's supposed to actually. But,
Yeah.
Oh well. What about the Invisible Man?
Oh, he's not scary in my
Not
opinion.
scary? You ain't scared.
Yeah, you ain't.
He's
You
just a
ain't.
guy.
He's just a guy, invisible. I don't think he ain't
If it's
scary.
raining or it's muddy, you just
Up
look
rap.
at the ground and you know where he is.
Mhm.
And he's just walking around naked, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but you know what? Hollow Man. You ever watch that Kevin Bacon movie? He would definitely beat the shit out of Invisible Man.
We'll save that for another list. Who would win
He
in a
was
fight?
like, he was psychotic, man. If you haven't seen Hollow Man, dude, Hollow Man was about a science team that basically was trying to invent a way to make people invisible, and Kevin Bacon's like the lead scientist, and he undergoes the experiment himself, and he becomes invisible, and they end up like making some sort of mask for him or whatever. But then slowly but surely he starts going crazy and like doing all these terrible things to the point where he starts getting psychotic and starts killing people.
Okay.
It was a great movie. But yeah, Hollow Man would definitely beat the shit out of Invisible Man for sure. Kevin Bacon, baby.
About you guys said this is the Doctor from Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I'm gonna refer to Jay on this one.
I have no.
I'd call him like just alright or not scary, because like Electroshock as a theme, it's cool and all, but gameplay wise, it's more annoying. So
Mm-hmm.
I give him.
He looks creepy.
I give him the tail end
Yeah.
of all right then.
He
Yeah.
looks creepy. I wouldn't say he's not scary.
and he has like some skins with extra eyeballs and stuff. So he's alright, but
What about the clown?
not scary.
Scary.
No.
I'm gonna
It's
let
just-
you have it because everyone knows I don't really like that game that much, so I don't play it.
It's just a big fat guy.
You think he could take Invisible Man?
I mean, his power is throwing bottles of toxic gas at people.
Put him-
So yeah, I think he could.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. All right, now I can start kind of participating again. Where are we gonna put Dracula?
That's it.
I feel like, all right, so here's the thing. I think the idea of Dracula, which spawned a lot better versions of vampires, definitely holds its own. Because I mean, you think about like the vampires from like 30 Days a Night, where they're just like running and sprinting and flying all over the place, and they look
The
crazy.
more monster aspect of vampires.
Yeah. But in terms of like Dracula himself, I'm gonna say, and this is gonna be controversial, I just think he's all right. I think he's all right.
Yeah, I think that the movie the picture is of he's all right, not super scary or anything.
Yeah, and I think he definitely set the trail or blazed the trail for what good vampires should be. But I think if you're looking at that Dracula, like the old 1930s, 1940s Dracula, I'd probably just put him at that's all right.
Do you think he could take Slender Man?
Oh yeah,
You
dude.
think
He
he'd
could-
take,
I think he's
Could he take Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo?
the Babadook. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely like he's the most intelligent. He's the most manipulative. He could he's strong.
Turn into mist.
Yep.
We'll leave him there for now. We'll see if it might change. I don't know what these lists. What about Pennywise?
Oh, Pennywise, great
I do
character.
not find him
I
scary at all.
love Pennywise.
I think here's the thing, because there's only been 2 iterations of Pennywise. There's been Bill Skarsgård version, and then there's been the Tim Curry version, and both have positives and negatives. I would put him under worthy killer. I don't think he's the best of the best.
I don't think so either. I like him a lot.
And I like the fact that like every 27 years he comes back out of his hole to prey on the children of Derry, and I think that's pretty terrifying. Is that he's going after kids and the parents can't do nothing about it. And the fact that he can kind of manipulate his features, to eat these kids, and
I like
Yeah.
him because he's actually a creepy clown. Because usually clowns are not scary. They're
Yeah,
just, they're fucking clowns, dude.
I will say I liked the Tim Curry version
Mhm.
better. I think he was a more interesting Pennywise, But
Okay.
the Bill Skarsgård version, when he gets that like dead eye stare and he starts drooling and shit, you're just like, oh yeah, that's an uncomfortable feeling. So
What about Frankenstein?
He's all right.
All right.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
Could he take Dracula in a fight?
probably not.
I think Dracula still got it. I mean, Frankenstein's monster here, he's just kind of misunderstood. People just didn't like him.
Like-
Do you think Slender Man could take him in a fight?
Yeah, I would say so. I think he could.
What about Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo?
I think the Babadook could take him. I mean, Frankenstein's kind of slow and lumbering.
People,
You know?
people aren't gonna like this statement. The Doctor remains at the bottom because I don't like.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
will say, you know what my favorite Frankenstein variation though was in Van Helsing,
Yeah,
where he had that like the atomic heart, and he was like, he was like big and powerful and could run around and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. But then I also appreciate Young Frankenstein. Gene Wilder movie. If you ever watch that movie, you ever see that movie,
Nope.
Vin?
I have. I've seen it once. Pretty good.
Jay, how about you?
I've seen it. It's great.
It's great comedy. Gene Wilder, one of my favorite actors, and it was the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond. There,
True.
but anyways, we got off on a tangent there.
Well, yeah, that's gonna happen. What about? Oh, let's do another big one. What about Freddy?
Oh,
Ooh, he's probably best of the best.
That's-
Yeah, that you think horror movie icon. I think of Freddy Krueger, and I'd put him above Norman.
I would just
Yeah.
because dude, you walk into any store on Halloween, Freddy's there. Freddy's
Mhm.
always there. You know who else is always there? Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, he's definitely up there too, and a worthy killer.
Now,
I would say Freddy's still a better
I
killer
think
than Jason.
Freddy's a better killer than Jason.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go into the
Agree with
deep
that.
lore of there's fucking 9 different Jasons and all that fucking bullshit. Jason in
What,
space.
you didn't like-
versus Jason.
You didn't like Jason X in space?
No,
In
fucking
space.
stupid.
Six Manhattan?
That's why he gets dumped down to Worthy because that movie's fucking stupid.
Get out of here. Put him back. Put him back.
Put it back up.
Listen, not everybody's gonna have a home run, all right? But I mean, Jason is,
That movie was so
he's
fucking bad.
definitely one of these slashers.
He is. What about the Demigorgon from what the TV show?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. I think he'd worthy killer.
If it was
That's fair.
just season 1, I might go for best of the best, but as time has gone on, it's just turned
It's
more into a
gotten-
monster than horror.
I think he could eat anyway.
Oh, I don't know about that. You ever see Pennywise freaking open up? He kind of looks like a Demigorgon.
Yeah, but the Demigorgon is.
It's an animal. It's not going to feel fear from him, so you can just.
Mm.
And
go
I will
at
say the picture they used for Predator doesn't do justice.
it. Yeah.
It looks so bad.
Yeah, Predators. I would say Predator probably could take out Pennywise and the Demigorgon, though. He's a hunter.
That's
But I
true.
think in terms of like coolness or whatever, I think it's all right where he's at.
What about? Just gonna put you down.
Who we putting Freddy Fazbear down there?
Yeah, but I think he'd fucking murder those.
He's just trying to, I love the lore though that has
I'd have to
been
put him-
generated.
I'd have to put him right.
Springtrap there.
Although
Okay.
he is a little scarier. He's a little creepier. So he'll be. There you go.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, we're on. The rest of them are pretty. We'll go from like the fucking creatures from The Last of Us.
Oh, the
The
clickers.
clickers.
First of all, I think they're terrifying.
I do too.
However, the caveat is they can't see you.
Mhm.
But if you've played the games and watched the show, they're fucking terrifying. So I would put them up in best of the best games for sure. And I'd keep him right where he's at
Okay.
because I think Pyramid Head's a better. He's more.
Slow Pyramid Head's
A
one of
boss.
my favorites.
Mm.
What about Alien?
Oh, I'd say best of the best. I love the first 2 movies. It's just
Yeah.
I can't
Dense.
argue with you because I always found the Alien scarier than the.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I think the
It's a shame
Alien-
that
I think
it's a
the
shame
Alien
that
would wreck the shit out of Pennywise and fucking dead.
yeah, and it's a shame that the Thing's not on here
Yeah,
Oh,
like I
yeah.
said, there were a few that are missing, but
because that I feel like is a very to what I'm looking for exceptional killer because it could be anybody. It could be anybody, and you don't even know
Gotta
about
test
it.
the blood.
Yep.
Dandy says it's the goat, the absolute goat.
What? The Xenomorph?
Yeah, I think it's top 3. I only say that because when you get into horror season, I hear people talk about Alien a fucking lot.
Mhm.
So
Here's the thing. I would say he's top 3 for now.
yeah, because you want to
You
know
know,
why?
until we.
Hellraiser just entered the Pinhead's up.
Yeah, dude. Pinhead is so cool, and I love everything about Pinhead. The Hellraiser movies are some of my favorites, and I've watched almost all of them. I think there's like 1 or 2 I haven't seen, but just the whole idea of Pinhead and the Cenobites and how creative Hell is created by them.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's up there. He's up there. I don't know if he's. I think Freddy's still number 1. But damn, I'd put him above
I'm
Jason.
only gonna move it because you talk about Pinhead a lot, and you're telling me that Freddy's better, so I'm not gonna fight with you.
Yeah, I think Freddy's more iconic. People know Freddy, and I think that's what kind of gives him the edge over Pinhead. But man, if you watch those Pinhead movies, they're so brutal sometimes that it even me being a huge like gore whore, I get a little uncomfortable sometimes. You know what I mean?
Like even the first one with how they were tearing the skin off. That's
Yeah. And he's got chains, and he's got all these disciples that follow him, and they all have backstories. Shit, there was a comic book with the freaking Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Hellraiser comic book. So yeah, he's definitely up there for me, and I hope he comes to Mortal Kombat 1. I really do.
What about Michael Myers?
He's up there.
I like. Him
He's
more
definitely
than
best of the best. Now, where does he rank?
I
in best
don't
of the
have an
best?
attachment to Michael Myers, so I don't have an opinion. I don't find him like the scariest. The only thing that scares me is every time he's walking and they cut the scene, he just randomly fucking teleports to wherever the hell he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's scarier than Jason or Pinhead or Freddy or even the Alien.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely brutal, but I think Jason's definitely got him on brutality for sure. Just some of the kills he's had, and
I don't know about, like I said, I've never seen Psycho, so I don't know.
I'd put him above Norman Bates.
Yeah.
At this point, you guys have made me. If Norman Bates belongs up there, we've done nothing.
Well, I think
you've done nothing but
like
send this poor man down the ladder.
I think, like we've talked about, I think he deserves his spot up there because, you know, he's an horror movie icon. You know,
I'll just do this. Jack belongs up.
Jack Baker for sure.
I don't find him scarier than Pinhead, or Pyramid Head, but he's fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it breaks through the wall. And
Yeah.
you're not
Oh,
expecting
dude, the
him.
first time they have it in VR, I had to take the headset off. I was freaking out. I was freaked out. I was like, "This is insane."
What game is he from again?
Resident Evil 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Old man who yells a lot gets a dual scissor chainsaw thingamajig.
no.
6 left. Where does Ghostface go? What do we think about Ghostface? What do we, Sir Ghostface?
Worthy. I'd say, well, I'd say worthy killer because he always seems to like rack up the kills, and it's always somebody different.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Just a mask.
Yep.
Where do you think he belongs, though?
I'd say
I'd put him at the top of worthy killer.
Yeah.
The top?
He's iconic in my opinion. He's not a best of the best, you know, or they're not a best of the best. But I think he's definitely above those guys.
Dandy, I'm not ignoring. I'm reading everything you're typing. Some of it's really fascinating.
Can't see what Dandy's typing.
They like explained like the whole purpose of the alien, their mission and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Of the ultimate form.
Let's see.
I agree. Only because Ghostface has a fucking kill count.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's always somebody different.
What about Chucky?
I gotta say
Chucky?
he's just alright.
I do.
I cannot be.
You think he's
afraid-
just all right?
I can't be afraid of something I can punt. It's just a doll. You pick it up. You kick it. What's it gonna do? Run to you again? You kick it back. You just hit it with a baseball bat or something, and it's got nothing.
This is a mighty strong argument because
It's-
I always, while I love the Child's Play movies, absolutely love them. I think Chucky is one of the coolest ideas because it's all about like possession, right? He can chant the voodoo ritual there and possess people and basically jump into anything he needs to or wants to, because that's pretty much how he became the killer doll. Is he was Charles Lee Ray, and he was being chased down by a cop. He got mortally wounded. He chanted the voodoo chant and ended up getting himself into the doll there. But yeah, like I said, while I absolutely adore the Child's Play movies and the TV series, I think the TV series is very good. I agree with you, Jay. How can you really be scared of something that you can punt? And that's my always biggest gripe in the movies is they'll jump on somebody's back and start choking them out, and you're like, why don't you just freaking whip them off or drop backwards? So
All right.
what do you change it to?
No, I hit the wrong button in this tier sheet
Oh.
that I just fixed.
All right.
About the girl from the well.
All from The Ring.
Definitely worthy killer.
I always
You
found
think?
her.
I'm not a big paranormal guy.
I always found her creepy.
Samara.
And that's
yeah,
why
she's-
that's why I liked it so much.
Hmm.
Because
I don't know.
I won't lie, most like female horror movie like villains are not fucking scary at all. They're just not.
Yeah. And I
And-
think like the whole concept behind like you have 7 days after you watch this movie to live, that's kind of creepy, and the aftermath of when she kills you is really creepy.
I don't know. Paranormal stuff just never gets to me. So I don't really
I think she
care
belongs
that
there
much.
in
Harry
like
Potter.
the bottom of worthy.
Yeah.
See, like
only because she's like one of the only female villains that actually like freaks me out.
yeah, but like for me, and I'm kind of going back to Chucky now, I feel like she'd be below Chucky, in my opinion. I mean, he has a body count though. Can we move him up into worthy killers just above her?
You two can fight about that one.
He's got a body count, and he's got creative kills.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a doll, so he's killing all these people being a doll.
Meh.
It's just he can never scare me. He's too small.
He's too small. Well, it's not our fault. You're fucking 9 feet tall.
Yeah, that's true, Jay. You're a
Goddamn
freaking
giant.
redwood tree out there. You know what I mean? I walk into the forest and I see you towering over the trees.
Just grow up. Eat your milk.
I feel like
Drink your vegetables.
I'd be a little more scared of a girl crawling onto my TV than a doll.
Yeah.
But he does have quite the high kill count.
and for being a doll, he's got a huge kill count. I'm just saying. He's got to be able to
You
get
can
it
put him in
somehow.
worthy killer, but not above Sadako.
It's not Sadako. Who's Sadako?
Isn't that her name?
Samara.
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 Yeah, Samara.
I don't know
What do you
where
mean
I
not
got
above
that.
her? She's got, what, 2 movies?
But yeah, I'm not gonna laugh at her if I see her in a movie. I'm gonna laugh at Chucky if I see her in a movie.
Worthy to everyone other than...
I can work with that.
There,
Jay
I solved the problem.
comes on Tears of the Kingdom here, and Jay the Giant.
Problem solved. Moving on.
Can we just call him Jay the Redwood? How about that? Jay the Redwood tree. There you go.
There. Problem solved.
All right, fair enough.
We got 3 left.
All right,
We'll
these
do,
are good 3. These are good 3.
Let's do Leatherface.
Oh, he's up there. He's up there. Yeah.
Leatherface is another one that always freaked me out, and that's why I like the Texas Chainsaw game so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
Also,
cannibal aspect.
The
You see all
first
the
Texas Chainsaw movie
piles.
still gets me to this day. I
Yeah.
love that movie,
I'd
but it's fucking brutal.
I'd put him above Xenomorph.
I'd put him
I
above
agree.
Jason.
You put him above Jason.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole cannibal thing does kind of freak me out.
Yeah.
Especially
whole
like the
cannibal
little
family
extra
thing.
Where's the
bits
dandy? I'm
lying
waiting for the
around every
dandy
room.
and input here. Dandy's got some good input. Chucky is difficult as he can come back no matter what. He has been able to give life to other puppets and been able to even
Yep.
transform his powers to other dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostface has to be the best of the best as it really turned the horror world on its side and made a parody movie that understands what the tropes were and expanded on them.
Mm.
It was still a scary horror movie with a crazy good story. I'm waiting. We'll continue on, but the minute Dandy gives me the Leatherface input, I'm interested in what the Dandy had. Because I like Leatherface a lot. He's one of my favorites. You know who else is one of my favorites? Motherfucking Jigsaw.
Yeah.
It's definitely worthy. He should
love
never be
Jigsaw.
any lower than that. but-
Dude, when the Saw X commercial came on, he came riding in on the little red ring tricycle, and I was just like, bro, he's back. And he's like, I want to play another game.
Yeah, I really like the Saw movies though.
I also like Jigsaw a lot because everybody knows I don't like dolls. And he's not just a doll, he's a goddamn puppet, and they freak me the fuck out.
I'd put him below Ghostface.
All right. Yeah,
I'll give you
I
that.
agree.
And I love the story of John Kramer there and Jigsaw being the Jigsaw killer.
Leatherface I haven't explored enough, so I can't add to this. I am bummed. I am so bummed.
Yeah.
You better give me the full Leatherface report.
All right, Jack Torrance is the last
Yep,
one
we
here
got the
from The
last
Shining.
one that we all know here.
Jack
So-
Torrance.
Really killer. Like, it's a really good movie, but I don't know if I'd put him in like best of the best for all of horror.
And The Shining was he had the Kubrick stare, the Stanley Kubrick stare.
Yeah.
I'll agree. I really like the movie though. That's another probably top 5 favorites. I watched that movie. Where do you think he goes? Where do you think he belongs in this list of worthy, murderous creatures, people?
Honestly,
He murders his
that's
family,
bad, but
or tries
Yes.
to.
maybe just switch him with Norman Bates.
You think?
You think Norman belongs down here?
Not more. Series wise, I'd still call him Norman Bates like better than Demogorgon and everyone else, but
I think Norman belongs here.
I mean,
I don't know enough about
Everyone
Norman to
else-
have an opinion, so
everyone else.
I think
that's
what
on
really
there-
is selling Norman though is because it was like so ahead of its time. You know.
Yeah. Maybe in between Ghostface and Jigsaw for me.
it's the J. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think Jack Torrance probably should be down in Worthy Killer. And where I'd probably put him is probably right next to Norman Bates.
In front of him or behind him?
I'd put him behind him. Yeah.
Any contesting?
No,
I don't know enough about Norman Bates to say anything.
I like how you put the death claw there. You ain't scary.
I'm thinking about giving him his own tier, being like, you're not even you're from Fallout. You're
All right, let me look at the best of the best here. Let me see.
We got Freddy, Pinhead, Leatherface, Jason, the Alien, and Mr. Mike.
it's a good roll.
Just to get rid of a list.
Are you gonna put best of the
like
best
your-
movies / games?
Best of the best horror.
Okay, that's fair.
Just so it's. I liked adding funny stuff like Redwood J.
Yeah, let's see. So we got Freddy, Pinhead, Leatherface, Jason, Xenomorph, Michael, and Pyramid Head.
Flicker. And then, worthy to everyone other than Jay, the Redwood Tree.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Looks good to me.
I think. If we were to do power levels,
Wow,
feel like
power levels now.
That's entirely different.
This is an entirely
I feel
new
like
list.
Freddy for sure is definitely one of the more powerful ones, but he can only attack you in your dreams until he gets more powerful enough to come out into the real world. So that would drop him, but I think he's more iconic.
Xeno
Plus
should
Robert
be higher.
Englund.
The Xeno has adapted to nearly every single environment. That is a terrifying thought. Its evolution is crack and nothing. Brett, you want to know why the Death Claw's down there? Because that motherfucker ain't scary. He doesn't jump scare you. He makes you angry. He shows up and you're like, God damn it, every single time. That's why he's down there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to meet one of those in real life, though, if I'm being honest.
I can fix this. Are you ready? No. What's the joke that we used to do? Car people.
Car guy Brett likes Death Claws. Tier. Car guy Brett likes Death Claws and Frito Barbecue Crunch or whatever the fuck those are.
Oh yeah, those
Twists.
twists.
Barbecue twists. And barbecue twists, yeah.
There you go.
Vinny, you should just rename that though to just trash tier. Because that's all that is. Trash opinion, trash Frito twists. The only thing that's sustainable with that or reputable with that is the fact that Brett's in there, but trash.
There you go. They are fucking. Shut your mouth.
What did he say?
They are fucking amazing. You shut your mouth. Oh.
I will shut my mouth anytime anybody's presenting me with barbecue twists. No, thank you. All right, I feel like this is a pretty good list,
I can't wait to post this to Twitter, and if anybody's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm just gonna go.
Oh wait! The top row got Brett thinks this guy's.
Oh, they changed it. Damn it!
Just keep it that way.
That's actually a really good one.
No, just put best of the best.
Brett thinks these guys are terrifying.
These guys are scary. You ain't scary.
I won't lie. If I ran into, I'd probably just walk away.
All right, who's now we got our list. Who's your guys' favorite horror movie icon?
Favorite, like overall favorite?
Yeah. Yep.
I like Leatherface a lot.
Yeah.
Leatherface, Jigsaw, Pinhead, Freddy, Alien, and then Jason.
All right, but yeah, if you had to pick a contender, one that is going to go into the fight for you, you're going Leatherface.
Yeah, maybe. It's tough to say. If you want to talk about if you're gonna put them all on a fucking ring, I think Freddy wins by default.
Yeah.
Just because he just gets into your fucking mind and tears you from the inside out, no matter what.
And in most fights, people are awake, so you just kind of win by default because they can't hit him.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I can't say Jigsaw would win because Jigsaw has to like make the saw
The
house
traps.
ahead of time. Like if you're
Yep.
just gonna throw him into a ring, he can't make a saw house out of thin air.
And even if you could, lots of the other killers are just supernatural or tougher than most people are, so probably just
Yeah.
survive it.
Well, I think that looks good.
I agree.
Post it. Post it.
Post it when we're done.
All right. Well, we got what, 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes. Any last
But
characters that didn't make it on there, that weren't on the list? Like you said, talked about the Thing. We talked about the Thing.
yeah, the Thing wasn't on there. I would say the Thing could be up there in some of the best of the best. It's one of my favorite horror movies. The 1970s version. They recreated it in I think 2000, and it was all right. You know.
Jigsaw is Batman. He needs prep time. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but it's all well thought out and methodical. So, and man, who could argue, man? I mean, I think the Saw theme is a very iconic theme. When that orchestra starts playing at the end of the movie after the twist, you're just kind of like, oh shit, here we go.
He says, like Batman, Rick.
Da-na-na, da-na-na, na-na-na.
Could you imagine the Jigsaw signal? Oh god,
Yeah,
he's
the
back
spiral.
for another round of games. Everybody run.
I want to play a game.
I want to play a game. You're gonna play my game. Batman.
Did you ever see speaking of Jigsaw, did you ever see that? I think College Humor did it. But it was a short little mini series of living with Jigsaw.
Yeah,
And
oh
it
my
was
god,
about
yeah.
it was about a dude who had the Jigsaw puppet as a roommate, and he would just create these like really just like bullshit like traps or whatever. And it was like he'd like walk into the bathroom like in the morning or whatever, and Jigsaw puppet's just sitting there, and she's like, I want to play a game. Before you press all your disposable razors on the floor, will you take the path of redemption to use the toilet? Also, I clogged the toilet. And the guy's just like, God damn it. Oh, those are so funny.
Fucking
Other killers that are not on there, I feel like Candyman would be a good one.
Yeah, I was
he's a
shocked
good,
Candyman wasn't on.
he's a good one. Well, Pumpkinhead, that's kind of a cool
Yeah.
kind of killer. So's Jeepers Creepers guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Movie's
cool one.
actually creepy as hell, man.
Oh yeah. What's his name? Justin Long there gets it in the end.
Mm-hmm. The other 10 iterations of Jason.
Yep. Yep. Who else?
And they counted video game characters, Mr. X.
Yeah, Mr. X or
Nemesis.
Nemesis would be cool. Also, what the fuck were the monsters in Until Dawn?
Oh, the Wendigos?
The Wendigos. Yeah,
Yeah,
those. Freaking brutal.
I'm surprised none of that's on here.
Or
That,
like
that
who else?
game is a classic, man. If you've never played Until Dawn, go. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's a great game.
What about
It's
the
still,
witches
like-
from Left 4 Dead?
Yeah,
The
true.
witches would be cool
Witches.
too.
Trying to think of shit that I played recently that freaked me out.
I also feel like the Gremlins could be on there.
Yeah, Gremlins.
You know?
Yeah.
And the Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's right, Killer. There's supposed to be a game coming out still.
Yeah. It's hopefully on its way. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Outer space.
That's all I can think of. Like everything that I at least am a big fan of is on here.
Mhm.
I went with this one because there were two, and the other one didn't have a few of these guys, and I'm like, you can't have a list without the actual like the true 10 icons of fucking horror. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a tier list without Dracula, and I'm like, that's impossible. Like, I know he doesn't look scary in that picture, but he belongs there.
Also, the Blob's not on there.
Yeah, the Blob. But like, you know, when you think of horror, you know, Freddy, Ghostface, Jason, Leatherface, Pinhead, Michael Myers. There was one list that didn't have Michael Myers. I'm like, how are you gonna justify that? How can you justify that?
That's
Like, I
Speaking of
know.
which, did you see the new Halloween Ends movie? Or not
No.
new, but came out last year.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
It was
I
alright.
still
I
gotta
want
watch
to.
the new trilogy.
Like the newer ones, they're okay. Like I think the problem with them doing like rehashing the characters is that we've seen these characters for 30 fucking years for some of them,
Mhm.
and it's just like, oh, you're redoing it again. Yay.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the new Saw I'm excited for, but I'm also like, it's another.
I've heard it's very, very
it's
good.
another Saw movie.
I've heard it's
I know
one
what
of
to
the better
expect.
ones.
Oh, I believe it. Just every time they want to make another Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm like, oh great, here we go again.
Well, listen, the remake that they did back in 2018 with Jackie Earle Haley was not bad. People didn't like it though.
For
I didn't think
Nightmare
it was
on Elm
bad.
Street?
Dandy's okay with the list except for Dracula. Horror movies wouldn't exist without Bela Lugosi and his portrayal of Dracula. I'm not going to disagree. Because it's true. I don't know, like, the list also has to be, does this character scare you? And Dracula's not, like Rick said, as scary as some other vampire characters that have been created in the last, like, millennium. Oh. I can't put him in the best. If we were talking about strictly for the industry, yeah, he'd be number one. Oh, that's not what the list is.
Nosferatu is a pretty
Now,
crazy.
if you want to talk industry-wise, Dracula is number one. Alien is number two. Then it go down like Freddy, Leatherface, Jason, Pinhead, blah 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 blah. Chucky would be a lot higher, even though Jay would disagree.
Jay don't like dolls. You don't like the dolls.
Dracula and Castlevania didn't scare me though. I played that shit as a kid and I loved it, but Dracula never scared me.
What is a man?
That was like the best voice line too. Oh man.
Nothing.
What is a
unreasonable
man?
pile of failures.
Nothing. I love Castlevania. Nothing. I heard that the new show they're doing is fantastic, but it's not sticking to the source material, which I don't really give a shit. But I know a lot of people don't like. I care less about source material at this point. Just make something fun to watch.
Bum, 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 bum.
I am good with this list. I think it's fine.
Yep, me too.
Looks good.
Especially the Honan part.
Yeah.
Well,
The
good.
road
Let's just
TV
get
lover.
one more good look at that. Trash opinion, just like Frito barbecue twist. The Death Claw.
The Death Claw.
Mhm.
Just by looking at these pictures, I don't know what this thing is, but the thing is way scarier than the Death Claw. Just by looking at it. What is this? What are you? And this guy, look at this guy's face. If this face was in the dark in front of me, I'd fucking shit my pants. If I saw the Death Claw, I'd just be like, oh yeah, it's just, you know, Area 51 letting their shit out of their cages. You know what? He'd have a bag of barbecue twists in his claws just to piss me off even more.
I'd be worried about what kind of buggy glitch I was about to
Yeah,
face.
like, oh no, am I about to fall through the fucking ground here and fall
Is he-
forever?
Yeah.
All because this Deathclaw didn't have his Frito barbecue twists. It's just Brett in a costume. By the way, speaking of costumes, if I don't see Blanca this weekend, I'm going to be very, 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 very upset.
If you're not painted green, Brett, what are you doing?
Be upset?
What?
This will get posted to Twitter.
Post it.
We are good on time now.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
Alright. What's up, Nate? So, like we were talking about, Retro Game Con is this weekend. A lot going on. The stream will not be back for till at least Friday. Next Friday. Because we're also closed for the week, and we're finally rearranging the store and modifying stuff, and it's finally happening, and it took way too long, but it's finally happening, and I'm happy.
About damn time.
You have no idea. So, but I hope to see a lot of you at the convention, whether it's I will see you at the tournament table, you stop by the booth, or I see you walk through that front door, or maybe you'll catch me in my Pikachu riding around in the Mario Kart. I don't know. That's gonna be a blast. Oh, I know Rick will be there. Jay, are you going?
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah. I'm planning on showing up as doors open so I can walk around before.
I was
all
gonna
the
say
tournament
that's
stuff
probably a
is-
smart idea because I got the ticket pre-sale number and holy shit is it high.
Boy.
So if you didn't get a pre-sale ticket and you're not on staff, you probably should get a pre-sale ticket tomorrow or you're gonna be waiting a little bit.
Yep.
Especially if you're planning on playing in one of those tournaments. 'Cause that line's about to be huge.
Gonna be a great time.
Good time. Can't wait to spend some money and take the kill count and how many kids I knock over this year. Gonna give Eric a marker and put a thing on my back and be like, every time I knock a kid over, you gotta mark it.
He's just cutting, slits into his chest. How many kids?
1. Gotta count like the fucking count from Sesame Street. 1. 24. My kill count's higher than actual villains. But
Man.
on that note, everybody, hope to see you at the convention, and if not, I hope everyone has a good weekend. Until next week when we come back, good night and good luck.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see ya.
Alright, people.